In this session, we're going to look at how we can load environment variables the correct way. When we're developing applications, we do have development environment and we have production environment. These environments, they don't have to be mixed up. For instance, the development environment will be running things locally. The production, we're getting our data from the internet, be it our REST API. We are going to be using the one that we are going to use for production API that we've hosted. But if you're developing, we can develop locally. So this minimizes the cost. Okay, so let's just get into it. To do it the correct way, the first thing that we need to do, we just need to install a flutter.env. So I have already copied the snippet, so I'm going to go ahead and install it. So we just have to wait for it to install. After finishing installing, we are going to use it. But before we use it, we should have the two files for our environment. Okay, the first one is going to be for development, and the second one is going to be for production. So we have these two files. Opening these two files, this is how we declare the first one is API key, and I just put something random. You can put the correct thing when you are doing your project. And the second one is the base URL of the API that we're using in the project, right? In the production is the same. So we have the same keys, but different values. So we need to create a way to get the correct environment depending on the use case. Okay, so going to our lib, we are going to create a folder, and we're going to call it, let's just call it model. After creating this model folder, we need to create a new file, and we need to call it environment. After creating the environment, we need to create a class. The class name is going to be environment, like that. Okay, so let's just save it like that. We need to load the right file. Okay, so we have these two files, right? So we need to determine which environment are we in. Are we in production or are we in development, right? So we have, but before we get to that part, we need to go to our pubspec YAML. In our pubspec YAML, we need to go ahead and load these files under our assets. Okay, so we have .env, .development, .env, .production. So we need to load them here under our assets so that they can be read in our project, right? So going back to our environment, in our environment, now that we created the class, now we need to set it up. So first we need to create a function that we're going to use to get the environment that we are in. Okay, so the first thing, we're going to create a static string. Here we need to get a file name. So we need to have a condition. So here we need to check whether our application is in Kdebug mode or it's in release mode. But here I'm going to use release mode. Okay, if our application is in release mode, then we're going to just go ahead and return production environment. Okay, so our production environment, we have to access .env file name that we're going to load to our application. Else, we're just going to return .env .development, like that. Okay, so this is how we load which environment are we in. This is just loading the file name. After loading the file name, we need to initialize our .env. So going back to our main.dart, in our main.dart, we need to go to our main method. In our main method, we are going to make this a future void. After changing it to a future void, we need to make it asynchronous. And right underneath, we need to await for our .env to load. Okay, our file to load. So here we need to call .env dot. So here we are not getting one environment, right? We're just getting the whole environment that we want to load. We're going to use load, and when loading, we are required to provide the file name. So if we have over, we have the string file name, right? So this is the .env that we want to load for this particular development environment. Okay, so we need to specify the key, which is file name, and the file name, we're going to get it from our environment.filename. Okay, so this is the function that we created here. Okay, so that's all if you want to load. Okay, so right at the bottom, Now we need to go ahead and use the environment. In this case, we're in a debug. Okay, we're in a debug environment. So the environment that should be chosen is the development environment. So to use these environment values that we have, now it's easy. So let's take, for example, here, I just want to display the keys, some of the keys that we have here. We need to go back to our environment class. In our environment class, we need to go ahead and make the keys accessible. Okay, so to make the keys accessible, we're going to create another static string, and here we're getting, so first let's get the API key. Okay, this API key is the API key that we have here. Okay, so we have to give it a name, and this name is the one that we are going to use in our application to access this particular API key. Okay, so here we need to go ahead and return the API key. So to return the API key, we're going to need to access our .env, loaded the environment already. Now we're just accessing the .env environment, and then we're going to access API key. Okay, so this one is a nullable string, so we have to provide a fallback. So a fallback is a string. So here we can provide an empty string, or we can just say API key not specified. Okay, so that's how we get API keys. So going back to our main.dart, here we just want to show the API key. So if we take a look at our production environment, our API key is just written provide production here. And if we go back to our development, it's written as this. Okay, we can just make it development here. Okay, like that. So on this text, what I'm going to do, we just change this. So in here, we need to access the environment. From the environment, we're getting the API key. Okay, and we have to remove this const. So let's go back. Okay, not initialized. So that means we have to restart the application. So I'm going to stop it here, and then I'm going to run the application. Our application has restarted. You can see this is our API key, and this is the API key development. So if we go back to our development, this is what we're getting, right? So we can do the same for our API base URL. So we can come back to the environment, just copy this line, paste it here. We change the name to API base URL, right? And the key that we're getting is API base URL. Okay, and we can replace this as well. Okay, so now we are able to access this API base URL. So if we go back to our main.dart in my home page, right? In my home page, we can change this API base URL. Then here we're accessing API base URL like that. So that's the API base URL. Okay, so this is the development environment. So when you build a release application, you're not going to get a development environment, but you're going to get a production environment. So instead of loading this environment, our application will load the production environment. And to what we've done so far, it increases security of our application in case like we want to push this code to GitHub. So first we initialize a repo, right? If we initialize, this is what we are going to be pushing to GitHub, but we don't want to push environments to GitHub. So if we don't want to do that, we just go to git ignore, and we are going to ignore these two files. Okay, here we do have .env.development. Okay, so if we just save here, right, we've written the name of the file, you can see our count is going down from 190 to 189. So we can do the same for our production. So for our production file, we just write the name of the file in our .gitignore file so that we can exclude it from our repository. So here we have 188 files. So we can push this code without pushing our environments to GitHub. So our code is now safe, and we set up an environment whereby we can alternate from the development environment without having any hassles.